If you've never heard of Once Human, or you're on the fence about trying it, I've got 5 reasons you must try Once Human's mind-blowing world. First of all, it's free to play. Nothing to lose. And before you ask, well, does that mean that there's a bunch of play-to-win microtransactions? Not really. The game seems to be mostly funded by cosmetic purchases. There is a season pass that'll allow you to level a little faster, but really there's no pay to win. It's free to play, free to win. Second, if you liked games like Fallout, Borderlands, Destiny 2, or BioShock, then this is the kind of game that you're really going to enjoy. It's a looter shooter similar to Fallout, except rather than nuclear fallout being the cause of the end of the world, imagine an alien race mutagen that essentially created a world designed by a schizophrenic dark wizard. I know, it's really crazy, really wacky. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Third, the mind-blowing enemies. I mean, this world that's been created, there's like a bus that walks around on a bunch of hands with a treasure chest inside of it, and the bus spits out all tons of enemies to stop you from getting to it. There's a walking house and a crashed airplane that comes alive and flies around with you on top of it. I mean, this just scratching the surface of the kinds of just insane enemies that are in Once Human. It's so cool. They're so much fun to try out. Fourth, it's got the kind of boss fights that I'm really not used to experiencing in a shooter. I mean, this really feels like a kind of like dungeon crawler, like that you would maybe see in a fantasy type RPG, but you know, shooters usually they're either super annoyingly mechanic heavy, like Destiny 2, where you've got to do these little mini game puzzles just to be able to do damage to the boss, or it's a boss that just kind of rolls all over you and it's no fun to try, or they're sort of like off in a little wall that you're shooting at and you know, you just have to hide from them. I mean, the bosses in this game, just so much fun, so smooth and balanced, and really enjoyable. And it's a shooter. I mean, I love shooters, and that kind of boss fight in a shooter is really something to see. Finally, it is a truly open world shooter. So imagine like the world of Fallout, going back to that, Fallout 3, let's say. It's multiplayer. You can have 4 friends joining you and just exploring everything. You just roll into a town, roll out, explore all the different areas, no loading, going to orbit, just sitting and waiting while something instances in. Boss fights and dungeons, yes, they will be instanced, but 90% of the game is just open world, and it's a massive world. So if you played something like Destiny 2, hoping that you'd really get an experience of an open world shooter, but they really never delivered on that yet, Once Human's a great thing to try. Or if you thought, oh, Fallout 76, an open world shooter that really clunky gameplay because VATS doesn't really work with multiplayer. Well, this game, super smooth gameplay in an open world, amazing enemies. So, have I convinced you yet? You gonna give it a shot? Thinking about it? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully, I've changed your mind. Also, if you really want to start, I've got a beginner's guide on screen now. Thanks so much.